them up. 30 laps. Hydrolink War of the Wings, brought to us by the Recreation Hotel. Mr. Encyclopedia, AJ Bat, are ready to call this one. You're working as we're about to go.
Here we go, punch the dash for the first corner. It's Mad Max Guildford. He got the jump. Oh, one up and over. It's Alan Chapman again. That's 2 times he's defied gravity today. Alan Chapman in the 44 car, but what a start by Max Guildford in the 79. The job for him will be to repeat that. He's certainly race fit, Jody, this guy. You know, he's been racing in the international midgets and sprint cars, and he knows just what he's got to do.
Yep, you're busy watching up the front. I just watched him. He went over about 4 times. The Chapman just hooked it right. Had a bit of a bang, 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 bang. And hopefully he's not too badly damaged. But the wing protection helping him as he rolled over, just did the old side roll and up and over he went. Looks like we've got problems with the 88i car as well. So hectic start, as you said, off the front. Going to be a bit of cat and mouse. The man from Tauranga against the defending champion. John Myers Jr. He actually disappeared back to America last year for a wee bit, come back to carry on leading the War of the Wings series. I presume he's here for the whole season this year. He's not going back to America, so he's staying.
No, he's only after the War of the Wings, he's gone.
Once he's done the War of the Wings, he's gone?
Yeah, and Brianfm's actually, once he flies back, he's straight into about a 70 race schedule. So busy times.
Right now, it looks like the 88 car of McIntyre trying to get it fired up. And yeah, unfortunately, no good for the 44 car of Chapman. It looks like his day is done in turn number 1 off the 30 laps. It will be a complete restart.
Gee, you got a feel for Jacob McIntyre, don't you? Last year, everything went right. This year, nothing's going right for him. Alan Chapman probably a little dusted, busted, and probably somewhat disgusted.
Yeah, mate, it's second wing. I think he's damaged tonight, so hopefully he's got his 5-pack. He's down to a couple left. Yeah, we'll watch this restart with bated breath. John Myers Jr. got short shuffled from the 79 of Guildford. We'll wait to see what they do this time round. Track conditions will be drying out slightly more. So hopefully the lights will be out as they come round. And yeah, the front of the car on the Chapman car looking slightly beaten up. The wheels pointing slightly the wrong way. I know, lights out. Take number 2 of round number 3.
Here we go, round to the start line. Green flag flies. And Guildford's going to win the drag race again. Here comes Connor Rangy sneaking up the inside. Up on the wheel is Joel Myers Jr. in the 46 car. The field starting to sort itself out. Leading the first flat, the 79 of Max. Big battle going on for second and third between Joel Myers Jr. and the 57 of Connor Rangy. Brenham Crouch in fourth. Then we go back to the 3 NZ car of Matthew Livingston. Stuck nicely. Fine Livingston. It's David Dodge in the 77. Big battle going on. Oh, Jamie Duff's gone around. Uncharacteristic to the Duff man. Wow. That does not happen very often. The Duff man turns it around.
Yeah, pretty soft turn around. Just got a little bit loose in the black stuff and just couldn't quite overcorrect it. Be a quick push. He'll start off the back. It'll bunch these guys back up again.
But big moves coming in from Jaden Dodge in the 77 car, Jody. He's putting in some big moves.
Yep, moved up a few places. These guys have got to get it dialed in. Few of them, they've got adjustments internally at the moment that they can just dial in, brake bias, etc. So just go around, they can set their cars back up. Just make small adjustments within inside the car. A couple of wee dials on the dashboard.
Well, Willie T might have spat $50 out from the fans' favourite, but you'd actually be a fool to write the Duff man off even from the back of the field.
Right, true. We've still got 26 odd laps, 27 odd laps to go. Power on, Connor Rangi, he knows this track. Brenham Crouch, Kevin Freeman 75 machine, TNL Valvoline Hydrolink machine. Picked up a couple of race wins over the last few meetings as well. Can't count off the 95 of Coda Bourne, former Wall of Wings champion. Great racing. Matt Levis is the 3 and said certainly a reason why he's got that low number on his car. Looking for big things on one of his favourite tracks here at Greymouth Speedway. Lights are out.
Green flag flies. First one to pick up the pace is Guildford. Myers in second, Connor Ring in third. All eyes on Brenham Crouch in the 75 car. Has a little bit of a look down low. Nothing's going to stick, but he's got battle away on that. Then we've got Matthew Levinson. Dylan Forsey running down low in that 17 car. Looking a little further back, the 95 of Caleb Ward. Duff's already made up a couple of spots. A lot of work for him to do. But it is still Max Guildford from John Myers Jr. and the 57 of Connor Rangi. What a battle going on there for 4th and 5th between Brenham Crouch, Matthew Levisage and Dylan Forsey. Forsey just got a little sideways on, scuffed on some pace. But the pace is an absolute boomer.
Now as they go through this, John Myers Jr. watching, trying to catch up with Guildford. Connor Rangi sitting comfortably, just watching the lines of the 17 car of young Dylan Forsey up in about 6th spot. He's only done 3 or 4 meetings in the sprint car. Just got it dialed in nicely. He's starting to come a little bit wider out on the track. And he was going down the low line watching Oscar Harcourt as he comes through as well, trying to get underneath the 19 car of Jamie Duff. As the field spreads themselves far and wide, 77 of Dodge trying to get past the 95 of Caleb Bourne, manages to get the job done as our race leaders starting to catch up on a few of our back markers, and the 57 of Jemmett will have our race leader of Guildford not too far away. Just having a wee look down the back there. As the 95 of Caleb Bourne tries to keep pace with these front cars. Got Dodge right in front of them. The track's starting to blacken up as our back markers are being hunted by our race leader of Guildford as he heads up behind Chris Jemmett in this 57 machine. Gets right up, just does a smooth pass, sits down low, makes the pass, makes the stick. Just watching what John Myers Jr. does. He's got 1 and 2. He's starting to catch the 7-9 machine as they're starting to close the gap up. Just watch these 2 different race lines down to Block 3 and 4. A few more back markers coming into play. But it's big racing. The guys have just stretched themselves out. Big wee battle on between the 3 of Levisage and the 75 of Brennan Crouch. Connor Rangi trying to catch up with the front 2 cars as they shoot round the back markers. Coming back into the 4 as we watch the 16 of Matt Edison about to be hunted down by the 79 of Max Guildford. Guildford just slides round the outside and Edison will just waylay as he lines up back in tyre for the next one. And just watching as we watch young John Myers Jr. getting out towards the marbles. He's starting to widen that racetrack right up. Down the back he goes. He's got Matt Edison there as McIntyre gets passed by a race leader of Guildford as he passes him off on Oscar Harcourt.
Yeah, here we go. It's still Max Guildford threading his way through the track. A couple of cars luxury he's got between himself and Myers. Hanging on to 3rd in his school, Ron Connor Rangi in 4th Crouch. 5th, we've got Matt Levisage behind him, Forsey, Dodge, and then Jamie Duff. But that lap traffic right now, the advantage has disappeared again because Myers has got past those 2 lap cars. It's a 1-on-1 slugfest now between Max Guildford and Joel Myers Jr. There's 3 car lengths between them. Guildford running the high line and going blow for blow. It's the 46 car of Joel Myers Jr. These 2 have packed up their bags Works, and they've left the rest of the field in their way. And laps counting down very, very quickly. And hang on, we've got the 88 car retiring into the infield. You just sense that Myers is waiting for that one chance, and that could be all he needs.
As they battle towards the track, starting to blacken up, starting to push that line right up towards the wall. Guys game enough to find a bit of bite. Just watching the 57 of Conarangi starting to find a bit of pace as they shoot down the front straight. Our race leader, as he backs up through, down through, got Oscar Harcourt in his sights. Conarangi starting to catch up on the gap as Guildford just sneaks underneath the 7 car of Oscar Harcourt. We got one over the corner there. Jamie Duff caught up with it looks to be the 17 of Dylan Forsey. Wow, catching a breath. It is absolute nuts out there, flat out sprint car racing. We've got young Dylan Forsey, Jamie Duff. This is going to close it right up. The track blackening up, the guys going wide, just getting caught up in 1 and 2. And some great racing, some classic passing. Just watching them go down and underneath, in and out. Conarangi, he was starting to find some pace. Brendan Crouch is still there or thereabouts. Looking for the 3NZ. Didn't really have much of an answer for our lead 2, but Guildford just on a planet of his own. John Myers just trying to hang in there. These guys will be busy adjusting the knobs in the car again, trying to set themselves up, trying to work out how many more laps we've got.
I think this is actually going to play right into Max Guildford's hands, because previously you just felt that Myers was hanging on with the hope of that lap traffic, but now that they're going to be with nothing but fresh air in front of them, Guildford's going to be the guy. He is either going to win this race or he is going to lose it, because the laps, there's not a heck of a lot of them left, but he is running every inch of this racetrack almost to perfection. And the line he's running through that pit bend, boy, it is millimetre perfect lap after lap. Joel Myers, he's throwing everything he can at it. This is going to bunch him up. The guy now that's really going to spring into contention, in my opinion, is the 75 of Brenham Crouch. This kid is a very solid finisher with the races. It's as though the whole day is about the last 10 laps in the feature race, and he has shown race after race here around the South Island that if you want to be there right at the end, you've got to be somewhere around Brenham Crouch.
Well, it looks like they're able to restart the 19 car of Duff, the 77 of Dodge, another one that they should be able to refire back into contention. I thought it was Dylan Forsey there, but it wasn't. Dylan Forsey having a great run there, sitting in about 6th place, I think. Great rerun from the young fella, only 18. Still last ID if he's going to an RJPTV movie theatre. He's just a young fella, but bright head on his shoulders, and he's really mixing it with some of the top drivers here in the South Island. Such a young age, he's got a high future. We'll be zipping around in Zimmer frames when he's just reaching his peak.
Yeah, one of the things they've got a really good team too. His grandfather Miles used to race sprint cars, and he was a long-time competitor. And as Dylan said a few weeks ago, Granddad's given us, the team, everything that they need to do well. And so Dylan did feel a little bit of pressure on his shoulders that he was the one now that had to deliver. Boy, this kid is delivering not in bucket loads, he is delivering in truckloads right now, and looks like a real future. Big battles running through that field. The one over a good number of laps between Crouch and Levisage was an absolute ripper.
Yep, she's going to pretty much be a shootout for this last few laps. Just trying to get a lap count as we speak. Looks like they've got problems with the 77 machine of Jaden Dodge. It doesn't want to fire up. It might be the end of his race, hopefully not. They're certainly enjoying this track conditions out, beautifully flat. Still got plenty of bite in it. But it looks like we've got another casualty for tonight, just the 3 cars parked up, plus the McQuillan car parked in the pits. It's a shame for Corey, hopefully nothing too major. Looks like we've got all the infield marshals back in, so hopefully they'll send them back round. This will be an epic restart. Conarangi sitting there dialed in. Just the talent oozing out of these drivers. Such a prolific number of top drivers here at the Hydraulic War of the Wings. Just ups the momentum of the series every year.
Yeah, we've got to mention Chris Gemma too in that 57 car first time ever in a sprint car, a former motorcycle solo rider and six-shooter wingless sprint driver, and boy, he is not disgracing himself. Green flag flies. It was Max Guilford again. He's marching to the beat of his own drum. In second spot, Joel Myers Jr. Then we go back to Connor Rangi, but sneaking around the bottom of the racetrack is Brianfm Crouch. And that's 75 in car. Rangi goes high, Crouch goes low. Myers got the lead momentarily, and Guilford snatched it. But these two are putting on a whale of a show. So it's Max Guilford, Joel Myers Jr. Here comes Crouch across the face of the 57 of Connor Rangi. Then we go back to Dylan Forsey. Matthew, Levisage. Round goes Connor Rangi.
Yeah, Connor Rangi just coming in too hot there, had to take evasive action, spun himself around. He'll find himself at the back of the pack. Just too hot and just had to get out of dodge, as they say, very quickly.
Eight laps to go is the call. 8 to go. Oh boy, it's very obvious. Joel Myers Jr. is not giving up on this one, is he?
No, and of course Matt Levisage had a brush with the wall on turn 2 a couple of laps ago as well. So a few of these guys, you know, they're playing for sheep stations to an extent. These guys are not going to die without trying. And we just try and get the 57 machine, hopefully not too much damage, just be able to fire it back up. He will be off the back. So a lot of work to do for 8 laps for Connor Rangi. His luck hasn't really come that way this season. He's finding it tough.
He'll be watching a good points haul go out the window. It'll be very disappointing for Rangi.
Yeah.
Likewise for Jaden Dodge, he was looking solid, and you know, over the series, a lot of it is about just continuing to accumulate the points.
There we go, we got the 57. My pick of the race will be off the back for 8 laps. So unfortunately it looks like the guy that chose 19, he's going to have a big ask for the next 8. I've got an even bigger ask as we go racing.
Here we go, 8 to go. It's Max Guilford. Here goes Oscar Harcourt up against the wall at the start-finish line. He's going to grind to a halt. That'll bring the yellow out. At that restart, Oscar Harcourt was just out a little bit wide, tagged the wall about 30 metres before the start-finish line.
Well, it looks to be a big battle between Joel Myers Jr. and Brianfm Crouch. I'm not sure if it's who gets to wash the dishes and who gets to dry them on the outcome of this particular feature race. I suppose it's bragging rights as they head back down to Gianna now. But, mate, the competition's certainly heating up. Can't count out Matt Levisage either, but Guilford, mate, he's got this not under control, but he's sitting there. He's got the one that's got to control what's going to happen off these restarts. This is the way he starts it back. He knows what's behind him. It looks like Oscar Harcourt, something's not right in the engine, just pulled it up as he went to fire it up. Couldn't make it off the track. So I'm picking 7 to go. As we got the Guilford team up here. Starting to get a little bit nervous. The lights are out, ready for another restart here. Hydrolink Series round number 3. Feature race from the Recreation Hotel, about to get underway. No, we've got issues at the back. So just trying to sort out who the 57 and the 19 are supposed to be. We'll go around one more. So just looking at track positioning. Chris Jemmett and Duff. Righto. Got them lined up. Lights are out. Here we go. Another restart. What's going to happen as they come around 3 and 4? AJ here to call the rest of the race out as we go racing.
Here we go. Green flag flies. And it's Max Guilford followed by Joel Myers Jr. There goes Brianfm Crouch. Big move down the inside. Can't get that one glued into the book. That could be the battle to watch for second and third. Max Guilford has got this one locked and quite possibly loaded. The two Americans going hard at each other. And here comes Matthew Levisage in the 3NZ car. Ride him off at your peril. You've got to say at this stage, Guildford has got them covered. Starting to open quite a handsome advantage over Joel Myers Jr. Brenham Crouch still in that third spot. Back to Matthew Levisage. Then it's Dylan Forsey. And behind Forsey, Caleb Vaughan and Jamie Duff. Starter will just about be reaching for the white flag very, very shortly. That is still Max Guildford, Joel Myers Jr. and Brenham Crouch. That's the order. With less than a handful of laps to go. Rangy just up into the wall momentarily. He manages to bring it down. Max Guildford could be on his way to his very first Hydrolink War of the Wings sprint car feature race. He's got them shot to pieces this time. Myers in second, Crouch in third, Levisage in fourth. Starter has the white flag. It'll be one lap to go next time around for Max Guildford. Mad Max Guildford, the elite trailers car. Myers in second, Crouch in third. He has put up a whale of a performance today. Put your hands together, folks. What a win for Max Guildford. He takes the win. Joel Myers in second. Crouch in third. Levisage fourth. In fifth will be Dylan Forsey. Sixth, Jamie Duff. Seventh, Connor Rangy. Eighth, Caleb Vaughan. In ninth spot will be the 16 of Matt Anderson. And rounding out the field, the 57 of Chris Jemmett. What a race for Max Guildford.
Mate, that was just a class act. Thoroughly deserved that race win, controlled it off the start. Start of the race, just kept everything under control. Joel Myers threw everything he had at him. In the end, it was just a class act, and he just managed to get away in that last 3 or 4 laps and just held on to it. Very happy. Good battle between the 75 and the 46. The big dive down low from Brenham, trying to get past Joel Myers, couldn't get it done. That was basically the end of the challenge for that one. It was just hanging on the track, but 30 laps, sprint car racing, fantastic. Give him a hand, folks. He's absolutely ecstatic. See if he can get a couple of donuts in. And what a sensational effort from Max Guildford and the team from Hydrolink put us another year of the War of the Wings. Prize giving will be in the club rooms. As it looks like we're going to get the checkered flag down to him. He's absolutely wrapped. Give him a hand, folks. Thanks very much for those folks that are travelling away. We'll see you again on 3rd of February. Photos about to